Beth Jenkins of the.
Fine.
I'm good. Thank you so much for spending time the weekend. Truly appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me. Thanks for reaching out. That's
Uh,
awesome.
Abs doing what I can to get the word out on local music out here in Kentucky. So I've heard of your band through neutral people, and I've had a chance to see y'all, but I know y'all perform with some bands that I'm familiar with, so that's how I heard of y'all. I know y'all got a show coming up in June, so I'm definitely gonna look into that for sure. Um, so how did the Jet? That's the band that you're a part of. How did y'all got together as a band?
You know, actually, like it's something. Basically, we all came from other like local bands. So there's Travis and Brad that were both in Middle Class Mischief, and so that's the rhythm guitar player and the drummer. And actually, Corey, our bass player, is still in. He's actually playing with the Kentucky Suns, but he's also in those cross rivals. And let's see, Tommy Chocolate. I can't think of a thing I've been a part of or mentored somebody in, but we all came from different bands. Oh, I was also in the Rust, the ska punk band for years before we joined out. And that was just Travis kind of was like, hey, start something. And I was like, what are you going to try to start? And he's like, what do you want to do? And so we started just having some really really low-key practices and together it was we really had a good time. Happenstance of just coming bands and all of us getting together. But yeah, and which is just self-titled, and we're working on some still currently working on some new stuff. Hopefully we'll have it done by the end of June. That'd be great. But yeah, like you said, we have a show coming up the June 5th at a bar with some there. So I'm excited to that. And I know new stuff's not going to be done by then, but it'd be pretty cool if it was.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, at least you got some new music in the works per se, and you might get a chance to perform some songs. So at least your fans get a also been working on and what to expect in the future.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Even how these things go. I mean, it's like, we might get to play it, and then all of a sudden be like, you know what? No, I'll come back to that. Put a pin in it. So who knows?
Like, how would you describe the Jettisons for those like myself as a senior performing in person?
Well, let's see. I call us, well, and Travis as well. We've started saying that we're posi punk, so positive punk rock. We're song about like tearing things down. It's just not our style. It's fast. It's loud. There's let's see. There's a lot of harmony, but there's also some screaming. It kind of jumps back and forth. I wouldn't really call it hard, and I'm pretty sure Tom would be mad if I called it metal. I would love to do more metal, but you do what you can. But yeah, I would say posi punk is probably the best way to describe us.
There's a variety of bands. They all bring something different. Some prefer original music. Some prefer the cover stuff. A satisfied attendee. So that's good enough for me. Um, so y'all got new music in the works. You got a show coming up in June. How do you consider like your musical influence?
Well, I would say, like, see, personally, I started listening to punk rock and ska. I was, like a preteen. Really started getting into it, so I started listening to, I could listen to a lot of Effects. I listened to a lot of Rancid. I think one of the first, like, on my own that I bought, like, of my own volition was album by a band called El, and they're kind of like a girl, like a rock band. And I was super into it. And then I got a little into a more like a Bad Religion. And listened to a lot of this. I think Coral. It's probably in the top 5 albums for me. Now, as a band, we are we are influenced by all kinds of different things. So I have like a ska background. So anytime that like I hear like anything like that on the backbeat, I'm always like, let's see, Tommy was playing bluegrass for a while. He's a mandolin player as well. Corey, he plays a lot of like rock. And Travis and Brad both come from punk rock as well. So, I mean, we get a pretty eclectic group going. But I think one thing that we've all established and agreed upon is that we don't really ever play a song that's over 3 minutes long. We like our songs to be short, fast, and loud. So yeah, there's a variety of influence within the me personally, I definitely kind of like a punk background.
Short, fast. And I did look at the song that you sent me called Flow. Nice song.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Hey, I like the song. I like it. What was it recording that song Flow, and what's it all about?
Oh, well, that one is recorded at Tech Studio with Jason, just a background engineer. We did that basically in Monday. It was, an 8-song just over a week, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. Everybody was just like super easygoing. We did it. We recorded live, so everybody was playing, and then we kind of come in and things if we need. But with Flow, completely like overwhelmed by something. It's really kind of like let yourself like overflow and feel those kinds of emotions. Like it's totally cool to feel stressed out. Everybody does. So just go ahead and like let it out. And I don't know. I feel like there are a few times whenever like you kind of get to that point. And when you do, I think it's okay. I think everybody's going to get to that point, and it's much better to go ahead and a little bit of an explosion in that way because it's better to go ahead and get it out and clear the air. But yeah.
For me personally, like I'm a fan of a variety of rock, genres, subgenres. I guess for the mainstream, as far as a woman lead vocalist herself, I like No Doubt. I like Evidence. I think there was another band, Go Watch. I think that's what that was called.
Yeah. Garbage.
Garbage. Yeah. So, I mean, I love when a woman fuck with the guys if on that part, and it shows, hey, hang with the guys too. You being a female lead vocalist like yourself, what's it like the ladies like Amy Lee and Gwen Stefani and among others, not just being able to lead vocalists, but to have success, like they have.
Oh man. So I'm just really, really thankful to like that I kind of grew up in like an era where there's like something that's acceptable, and not only acceptable, it's wanted and just Alanis Morissette tape, like a cassette, and I was like, what is this? She has so much emotion. And I remember being like, yeah, more punk rock, and of course ska with No Doubt and Funny, and then I was also really into Faith Ferris as a kid with a ska band, the female fronted by Monique Powell. And she has a very powerful, belty voice, and could just entire band. But I think that it's something to hear these powerful voices and And to me, I try not to sit back and think, oh, well, this is like female fronted. I just kind of take it for what it is, for like the sound. But that's me, and of course, to me, female fronted is something completely normal and everything. I will say, it took a long time to be comfortable in my own voice because I'm kind of an introvert by nature. When getting up there and being like, okay, well, just belt something out real quick was a little intimidating. But you start drawing power from being able to do this, and even in like local bands, and that we started playing whenever we were touring and things like that. These other women take control of this kind of situation was just absolutely empowering. And I'm really glad that you brought this up because it's working toward an event in Lexington, a Lady Fest, which is kind of like it's a celebration, and it's other like a celebrity oppressed arts and music. We're going to be doing this Lady Fest as an all-day thing at the bar on September 20th, and it's some really, really good bands for that. So we're going to be playing the Jettisons, going to be playing Non-Compliant, which is like a local favorite. They are just amazing people. And we're also going to be playing with Girlwood, and based out of Louisville. And then the Colossal, an all-female based out of Dayton, Ohio. Jockey Onassis, the Rough Customers. There's going to be a lot of show for everybody and a lot of different kind of stuff. So I really hope that if there's still some sense about what I really feel about women leading bands, and come out and like that and just hear it, because it's like,
I like the sound of that. I've been a advocate for local music for a couple of years, and I love seeing what's out there, whether it's local bands, whether it's visiting bands, because Lexington, for where I live, has an amazing local scene, and that people needs to keep an eye on and check out. So go check out the June show, and then go check out the September show. The Jettisons got new music on the way. And before I let you go, Beth, go ahead and promote the social media links for Jettisons, and where people listen to the first record that y'all have put out.
Oh, thank you. Jettisons on Facebook. We also have a Bandcamp, and you can just say the Jettisons, put it in, and you'll be able to find us, and you can find our whole EP. That we on June 5th, Some Kind of Nightmare at Al's Bar, and we also have one on June 26th at the Burl with OC 45. So those are two shows coming up in June where you can catch us and watch us live.
It was great chatting with you, Beth, and thank you so much for your time. Continue success, and I'll definitely try to get to the shows. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a good one.